Hi, welcome back. Today we talk about another technical issue, which is DC charging. How does the direct current get into the vehicle? And with me I have Osman, which we have already met, who told us about the VCU. What can you tell us about DC charging?
Hi again, Sebastian. Actually today we are here to test the DC fast charging feature, and this feature is shared between the vehicle control unit and the DCU. Of course it's effective BMS, but today for having more detail about the DCU, I have my colleague Arun here, so he will explain the details about the DCU and the DC charging activity reflecting to the DCU.
Great.
Yes, Arun.
Hi.
Hello,
Arun.
Sebastian. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
First question, so what do you do?
I'm here as a responsible person to test the DCU. So this is called Distribution and Control Unit.
And what does it do?
So, as the name suggests, it's Distribution Control Unit. Actually, it gets the power and transfer to all over the vehicle. We have the low voltage components and we have the high voltage components. So it distributes the power to all the energy consumers within the vehicle.
Okay. Does it also distribute the solar power, or does that integrate it somehow?
Yeah, it does the distribution of the solar power also to the battery.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about the connections that we see? How does the power get into the vehicle and get to the battery and get to the systems?
Yeah. So on the front facade, if you see, this is called CCS Type 2 inlet. So here, this is nothing but the combo inlet. So here we have the AC input charging gun can be connected on the top of this, and here we have the connection for the DC charging gun.
Okay, I think what's interesting is that this system in the end will be bidirectional, so it will be used to put in energy into the car and also to get the energy out to the wallbox when people consume energy.
Exactly.
And here we also, is this also connected to the DCU?
Yeah, this is also connected to the DCU. It actually gets the output from the DCU and provides to the devices connected outside the vehicle.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about testing? So how do you do that? How do you test this equipment now?
Yeah, so inside the DCU, we have three components like DC-DC converter, and it does three different functionalities. One is AC charging and DC charging and DC-DC conversion functionality. So in case of AC charging, we will connect the AC charging gun in the CCS inlet, and the alternating current will be converted inside the DCU to the DC voltage and DC current. So it will be converted to DC power and it will be used to charge the battery of the vehicle. And in case of DC-DC conversion, it takes the power from the battery and it distributes the power to the low voltage consumers within the vehicle.
Do you also, it's a question from the community, they always talk about like losses. So do you also test like how much losses you have when you do AC charging and DC charging? And do you have any like requirements where this needs to be?
Yeah, we have also considered the losses within the conversion of the AC to DC, and it's about greater than 94% efficiency it has.
That's good.
And yeah, that answers your questions, I guess.
Yeah, that answers
and also,
it.
we also test that the efficiency of the DCU is also being tested.
So what are your next steps in testing? What will you do next?
As we have completed the AC charging with the AC charging wall box, so the next step is to test for the DC charging. For the DC charging, the basic requirement is we should have the EVSE, that is electric vehicle charging station, which is capable of doing the communication on the power line communication. So that's why we have this special device. This is mobile DC charging station. So this is based on PLC communication. So we will use this device to test the car with the DC charging power.
Yeah, I think this will definitely be interesting because we've already seen that it can do 11 kilowatts AC charging.
Yes, yeah.
And the next step is then to go to DC, which is definitely interesting. Yeah, I hope you share the results with us when you have them. Yes. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work. I cross my fingers that DC also works.
Yeah.
It's more complicated.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. Okay. So that was a quick overview over AC and DC charging, where we are right now. We know that AC charging is working, DC charging will be tested, and we will check back when we have the results. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, ring the bell so that you get any updates when we have new content for you. Thank you, bye.